Today is Thursday. Make sure you've got your name on top of your power-up. Let's go ahead and do your problems on page 312. When you're done, press play and we'll correct it together. 9 times 9 is 81. 8 times 1 is 8. 4 times 4 is 16. 2 times 5 is 10. 7 times 9 is 63. 5 times 5 is 25. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 6 is 24. 2 times 9 is 18. 9 times 6 is 54. 6 times 6 is 36. 2 times 7 is 14. 5 times 8 is 40. 3 times 9 is 27. 6 times 8 is 48. 8 times 9 is 72. 2 times 2 is 4. 7 times 8 is 56. 3 times 7 is 21. 7 times 6 is 42. 3 times 6 is 18. 10 times 10 is 100. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 6 is 30. 4 times 9 is 36. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. 5 times 9 is 45. 0 times 4 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 8 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. 6 times 7 is 42. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 7 is 35. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 8 is 32. 7 times 7 is 49. A says $258 plus $154. 8 times 4 is 12. 5 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 4 plus 2 is 4. So you get 412. B says $587 plus $354. 7 plus 4 is 11. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 941. C, $367 plus $265. 7 plus 5 is 12. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 2 is 6. D says 480 minus 115. 0 minus 5, can't do that. Cross out the 8, make it a 7, change it to 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 1 is 6. 4 minus 1 is 3. E says, what's the diameter of this coin? Well, in your book, you can see that it goes 3/4 of an inch across that ruler that they have there. So we have 3/4 of an inch. F says, choose a more reasonable estimate for the length of a dollar bill. 6 inches or 6 millimeters? 6 millimeters is like this big. 6 inches is like this big. Which one's more accurate for a dollar bill? Yeah, well, about 6 inches, right? So 6 inches. G, calculate 620 plus 40 plus 115. H, calculate 95 plus 50 plus 19 plus 110. 9 plus 5 is 14. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, plus 1 is 17. 1 plus 1 is 2, so you get 274. Choose an appropriate problem-solving strategy to solve this problem. Paige earns $2 for each day she completes her chores. Normally, Paige is paid $14 each Saturday for the entire previous week. This week, though, Paige wants to ask for an early payment so she can purchase a new game. If Paige asks to be paid for the chores she's already completed Sunday through Thursday, how much money will she ask for? So Sunday through Thursday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Each of these days she's going to make $2. So 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 times 5 equals $10. Go ahead and flip it over for our new concept. Today we're learning about how to solve word problems with equal groups. This is a problem that would have 3 equal groups. Azura bought 3 cartons of eggs. There were 12 eggs in each carton. Altogether, she brought 36 eggs. So we've got 12 in each group, 12 here, 12 here, 12 here, and then we've got 3 groups. So we had to do 12 times 3, and then we got that 36, okay? So we're going to have a number of groups times the number in each group is going to be our total. Let's look at example 1. Tyrone has 5 cans of tennis balls. There are 3 tennis balls in each can. How many tennis balls does Tyrone have? So we've got 3 in each group times 5 groups is going to give us 15 tennis balls. For B, it says 12 eggs equals a dozen eggs. Find the number of eggs that equals 5 dozen. So we've got 5 groups times 12 in each group. 5 times 12 is 60, so we get 60 eggs. Example 3 says 1 human foot has 26 bones. How many bones are in 2 human feet? Well, it says about how many. So 26, I'm just going to round that to 25. That's really close. Times 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So we get 50 bones. Then we've got our lesson practice. Our lesson practice says there were 8 birds in each flock. There were 6 flocks. How many birds were there in all? Well, 8 times 6 equals 48. So we get 48 birds. B says there are 6 people in each car. There were 9 cars. How many people in all? We got to multiply. C says a bakery case displayed 4 dozen muffins. How many individual muffins were in the display case? 4 dozen? Well, there's 12 in a dozen. 4 times 12 equals 48. 48 muffins. And then D, 1 human hand has 27 bones. About how many bones are in 2 human hands? 27, let's go ahead and just put that at 25 to make it about. We get 50 bones. Let's go ahead and get started on a couple of your problems together. Double check you got your name on top. Then we'll start with number 2. There were 7 girls in each row. There were 9 rows. 7 in a group, 9 total groups. So multiply 7 times 9 is 63. How many girls? 63 girls. 6. What mixed number and decimal number is the arrow pointing to? If it's asking us decimal, there's going to be 10 spaces here, but let's count just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 1 and something over 10. Now we got to figure out which one it's pointing at. The first, second, third. So 1 and 3 tenths. Now, in the tenths place as a decimal, that would be 1.3. 1 and 3 tenths, and then 1.3. On to number 10. Use decimal numbers 1.4, 0.7, and 2.1 to write 2 addition facts and 2 subtraction facts. So 1.4 plus 0.7 equals 2.1. 0.7 plus 1.4 equals 2.1. And then 2 and 1/10 minus 1 and 4/10 equals 0 and 7/10. 2 and 1/10 minus 0 and 7/10 equals 1 and 4/10. 14 says the length of segment RT is 9 centimeters. So RT is 9 centimeters. ST is 5 centimeters. What is the length of segment RS? It's a piece here, so we need to subtract. 9 minus 5, I get 4. So 4 centimeters. Flip it over. 26. The radius of a circle is 3 feet. Which of the following is not the diameter of a circle? So diameter would be 3 feet plus 3 feet, which would be 6 feet. Okay, so A, B, C, and D are our options. B says 6 feet. Well, we know that's equal to 6 feet, so it can't be that. What about C? It says 2 yards. Does 2 yards equals 3 feet? Sorry, 6 feet? Well, 3 feet equals 1 yard. So 6 feet has to equal 2 yards. 36 inches or 72 inches then? Well, 6 feet, how many inches is that? 6 times 12 is 72, so it's got to be A. 29. One human hand has 27 bones. One human foot has 26 bones. About how many bones are in 2 hands plus 2 feet? Well, 27 and 26, those are both really close to 25. And if I have 2 hands and 2 feet, that's 4 groups, right? So times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So 100 bones. 30 says the land area of Booker T. Washington National Monument in Virginia is 239 acres. The land area of Cabrillo National Monument in California is 160 acres. What is a reasonable estimate of the total acreage of these 2 national monuments? So we had 239 plus 160. Now, right away, I noticed that 39 is really close to 40, and I know that 4 plus 6 is 10. Okay, so if I round this one, if I estimate this to 240, and this one, keep it at 160, that's going to put me at a nice round number of 400. All right? Now notice I'd get the same thing if I rounded these to the nearest 100. I'd get 2 looks at the 3, stays the same, this looks up, it goes up, and I go to 200, okay? So either way it works. That's ACRES.